Hello everyone, are you able to hear me well? Is my voice okay? Is my voice okay? Okay. Siddhartha, are you able to hear me? Siddhartha, are you able to hear me? Is my voice okay? Please let me know in the chat box so that we can proceed ahead with the class. Hello? Okay, fine. So today we are going to do nature and scope of communication. Fine? Now, what is communication? Communication, first of all, is the process of exchanging information. See, as of now, I am performing communication, okay, and because of, see, I am communicating with you through internet, right? So that is a mode of communication, right? So without communication, we cannot express our ideas to each other, right? If I want to say something, I will have to communicate it to you, right? Otherwise, you won't be able to understand that. Now, how is communication performed? It is the process of, now, communication is the process of exchanging information usually through a common system of symbols. It takes a wide variety of forms. So, see, as of now, I am performing verbal communication, right? Right, everyone? Okay. Okay. So it can take a wide variety of form. Okay. Sometimes we have face-to-face communication, and you might have seen people who are, deaf and dumb. What they do, they use sign language. For those people who are not able to speak, they use sign language, right, to speak, to convey what they want to say, right? So communication can be face-to-face, or it could be through hand signals, right? And we also communicate through internet. That is a telecommunication thing, right? Common forms of communication include speaking, writing, gesturing, and broadcasting, right? We communicate through writing. If you want to communicate something to your overseas friend, how you are going to do the same? You are going to do it through writing, by writing them an email, right? And that will be broadcasted through internet, right, everyone? Okay. Therefore, communication means to inform, tell, show, or spread information. Hello, are you able to hear me? Is my voice okay? Hello? Okay, fine. So common forms of communicating include speaking, writing, gesturing, and broadcasting. Therefore, communication means to tell, show, or spread information. So through communication, we spread information, we inform someone, we show what we want to, right? When a person communicates, he or she establishes a common ground of understanding in the organizational context, it brings about a unity of purpose, interest and effort. So see, if you are working in an organization, and how will you communicate your ideas? By speaking to each other, by discussing it with each other, otherwise you won't be able to get a fruitful result, right? Right? Yeah, let's proceed ahead. Communication can also be defined in the following ways: the process by which information and feelings are shared by people through an exchange of verbal and non-verbal messages, right? The process by which information and feelings are shared by people through an exchange of verbal and non-verbal messages, right? So when I want to communicate, I want to convey my feelings. Either I will do it verbally or non-verbally, right? And non-verbal communication includes, communicating something through gestures, by making facial expressions, right? Right? Now, the successful transmission of information through a common system of symbols, signs, behavior, speech, writing, or signals. Yeah. The creation of shared, interesting. The creation of shared understanding through interaction among two or more agents. Fine? Yeah. So how will you define communication? How will you define communication? How will you say communication? Yeah. Now, can you see the third slide on the board? Now, our communication environment that consists of several signs and symbols. Our sensory organs pick up the same from all signs and symbols from the environment. What are our sensory organs? What are our sensory organs? Our sensory organs include eye, ear. So we see the symbols through eye, right? And we hear it through eye. See, our sense organs are related to, are connected to nervous system, right? Right? Yeah. So our sense organs, we have got 5 sense organs. Okay, eye and ears are included. Has to do with communication, right? So we see through eye. Okay, the information is being sent to the brain. Okay, through nerves, and brain processes it. Okay, and then brain tells us what we need to do, right? So suppose, for example, if I see a cat, okay, what will happen? If I see a cat, that information will be sent to our brain through nerves. Okay, our eye will see the cat, and that information will be sent. We see it through eye, and that will be sent to through nerves to brain, and brain will tell us that okay, this is the cat. Fine. Our filter, consisting of knowledge, viewpoints, and emotions, gives meaning to the signals received. For example, see, we are, like black cats are considered as, a bad omen in India, right? Black cats, right? So if, I will see a black cat, and if I am an Indian, how I will perceive it as bad omen, because that is my perception, right? Similarly, if some people of some other country are seeing black cat, for, in some countries black cat is a good omen. So they will see it as a good omen, right? The perceived signals triggers a communication. So whatever I will see, suppose if I see that somebody is jumping into fire or somebody is about to commit a suicide, then in that case what will happen? I will communicate. I will say, okay, yeah, I will communicate, I will speak, I will say, oh my God, he or she is about to perform a suicide, please save his or her, right? So the perceived signals triggers a communication, right? And suppose two people are communicating with one another, two friends are, walking in a park, and if they see someone, some your relative's kid doing something, like bad, or, something which they are not supposed to do, then in that case, we will talk about that. Right? That, okay, look at that girl. She's daughter of my, so and so relative, and she is, roaming around with a guy. So this is bad, right? Right. Fine. Is this much clear to everyone? Can we proceed ahead? Okay. Now, what is business communication? The achievement of these objectives largely depends upon proper coordination and integration of human efforts in an organization. See, business communication means you are being given a project and the whole team needs to coordinate to meet out with the objectives, to achieve the desired results, right? Everybody needs to put in the desired, like we can say efforts, right? Communication is the flow of information and understanding from one person to another person, from one person to another at the same level or a different level. So see, if two people are working on a project, okay, other teams will also be involved, right? It's not like they are going to complete the project by themselves. Their department will have their own role for the project, for the completion of that project, and other departments will perform their duties, right? So that the project can be completed. So see, if the team members have to complete the project on time, they have to coordinate with their team members. So this is how information, whatever information they have, it is going to flow from them to another person, right? And it will also flow at different levels. It is the process which enables, see, all the team members report to their team leader, and team leader has has their reporting bosses too. So this is how information flows from one level to another level and also within the same level, so that work can be supervised and they can complete the project before the deadline, right? And see, sometimes what happens is this, I might be very good at, I might be very good at something, but if I cannot communicate it to you in a specific manner, then you won't be able to do it. I might understand, some people, you might have seen some people, they understand things well, okay, but they cannot communicate it well, right? So if you have seen something, if you know something, and if you cannot, if you cannot let that knowledge flow appropriately, other party will never understand. And that will lead to a failure, irrespective of how good you are at something, right? So the effectiveness of management largely depends upon the effectiveness of their communication, right? So if the communication is not good, if there is a communication barrier, or you are not able to communicate something, properly. Suppose I have got a lot of knowledge about a particular subject, but if I cannot communicate it to you in a better manner, would you be able to learn? No, right? Right? Yeah. So the effectiveness of communication depends on the effectiveness of management, largely depends upon the effectiveness of their communication. See, and as the organization, see, small organization, they will have small projects. So there the communication, the mode of communication, the type of project will be a bit less complex, right? But as the organization starts growing in size, the communication gets complex, right? Right. Now, main forms in business communication. Internal communication includes emails, reports, and orders. External communication includes, yeah, sure, personal selling, telecalling, advertising. And personal communication includes non-business related exchange of information, right? So in an organization, what we do, we communicate with each other. Okay, when it comes to like official communication, we may email to each other, right? We may send reports, we may send orders, and if it's not like there is only a operational communication within an organization. We also talk on personal conference with our colleagues, right? Right? Yeah. So that comes under personal communication, and external communication includes personal selling, telecalling, advertising your projects. Because if you are not going to do the same, how will people get to know about your project, and how they're going to differentiate in between your project, your product and another product. And if they are not able to see, if they are not getting any reason for buying your, if they don't see your product in a better manner than the other product, then they will never buy it, right? So that's why it is very, advertising and telecalling and personal selling is very, very important from the business point of view. Now, characteristics of business communication. That is a continuous process, right? A short-lived process needs proper understanding. See, if I have to communicate, over some project, and if I want to, share some information on some, like project, and if I cannot convey it properly, and if I don't understand it properly, see, if I don't understand it properly, what I need to tell you, okay, then there is no point. Project will never be successful, because if I am not communicating what I need to you, then how will you perform your duty, right? Leads to the achievement of organizational objectives, dispels misunderstanding. So if you are performing the business communication in an appropriate manner as it needs to be done, then there won't be any misunderstanding, right? Yes. Now, benefits of effective communication. Less misunderstanding if my communication is appropriate, if my communication skills are good enough to make you understand, then there won't be any misunderstanding. Better quality of documents, enhanced professionalism. See, the people who are core professionals, they have very good communication skills. They perform an effective communication. And productivity is, if you are performing your communication properly, then productivity is increased, right? And if you have got an effective communication skill, then you will be able to solve a problem quicker, right? And increase awareness among employees. So these are the benefits of effective communication. And if you may have a lot of knowledge, but if your communication skills are not good, you are not able to make an effective communication, then all conference will suffer, right? And it will tarnish your image as well in an organization, right? Shall we proceed ahead? Samu, shall we proceed ahead? Okay, fine. Now, types of communication. Channel, formal, informal, grapevine, downward, upward, horizontal, and method is oral, written, gestural. Now, what are these? Let's study them in detail. Peter Drucker, on importance of communication in business. So these are the views of Peter Drucker. Okay, when it comes to importance of communication in business. Now, good evening, Elaine. How are you? You have joined a bit late, I guess. We were dealing with communication. Elaine, are you able to hear me well? Samu and Elaine, are you able to hear me? Is my voice okay and audible? Because I can. Okay, fine, great. Now, these are the views of Peter Drucker on importance of communication in business. Colleges teach the one thing that is perhaps most valuable for the future employee to know, but very few students bother to learn it. So see, if I'm teaching you something and if you're not concerned about it, if you don't want to learn it, then you won't enhance knowledge in that domain, right? This one basic skill is the ability to organize and express ideas in writing and speaking. You might be having very good ideas, you might be very good at producing ideas, but if you are not able to communicate it well, okay, to the other people, either through writing or speaking, then all efforts will go in vain, right? All your talents will go in vain, right? So that is very important. You should see why they teach you communication skills when you enroll under MBA, because that is very much required. Okay. As soon as you move from one step from the bottom, your effectiveness depends on your ability to reach others through the spoken or written word. And the further away you are from manual work, the larger the organization of which you are an employee, the more important it will be that you know how to convey your thoughts in writing and speaking. Okay. Now, functions of communication, information. So see, okay. Information refers to the role of communication in facilitating decision making and problem solving. So see, if I have to solve some problem and if I don't know the complete information about it, then what will happen? Would I be able to solve it? No. And if I just retain information at the back side of my mind and I am not able to communicate it to my colleagues properly, then what will happen? It won't be solved, right? Control. In the organizational context, control refers to the power to influence people behavior. So through communication, you can control their behavior, right? You might have seen, your bosses have got some qualities, some specific qualities, because of which they are able to control you, right? Like they have got that kind of attitude and they communicate in that manner only. So you can control people, your communication can influence your behavior, someone's behavior, right? Motivation. See, if you are feeling very depressed, I can motivate you by saying good words to you. If my word has got weight, I can motivate you, right? So motivation refers to the fostering of motivational spirit among employees. See, if you are not fueling up motivation, it's not like all the team members will stay in zeal always. So sometimes they feel demotivated. That is a human nature. So you need to foster, you need to fuel up confidence in them so that they can meet out with their duties properly and they can, they can use their skills. Okay. I might be having a lot of talent, but unless and until someone will provoke me to do the same, then I won't be able to do the same, right? And it might be possible that I may have a talent, but I might not be knowing about it, right? So it might be dormant, right? So to make it effective, that communication might be important. Someone needs to fuel up confidence in me. And emotional expressions relates to the function of communication in expressing or letting out. Yeah. Now, manager roles: interpersonal, informational, and decision. Now, interpersonal. What is the manager role? Interpersonal is figurehead, leader, and liaison. Now, manager is a figurehead and the leader of the team. That is his personal role. Informational: monitor, disseminator, spokesperson. And decisional is entrepreneur, disturbance handler, resource allocator, negotiator. So these are the roles, various roles of manager. Now let's study these in detail. Elaine, are you able to follow me? Elaine, are you able to follow me? See, this is the directional role of a manager. Now, let's talk about informal communication. When anyone can tell anyone else anything informally, the result is a rapid flow of information along what is commonly known as grapevine. This refers to the pathways along which unofficial information travels. This all of us do, right? Right? Gossip and all. So it flows. See, suppose you know about something about me, and the moment, see, this is how, like information is passed on in between the group of ladies, females. They gossip a lot, right? Okay, yeah. But when it comes to informal communication, information flows, through a grapevine, like one to another. Shall we proceed ahead? Now, let's talk about grapevine communication, benefits, limitations, and guidelines. Less expensive than formal channels, right? So, grapevine communication is less expensive. May give some information that you may find otherwise difficult to collect through formal channels, right? Okay. Now, an outlet for employees to share their anxieties, worries, and frustrations, right? So, if you might not be liking the viewpoint of your manager over some concern, okay, sometimes. So, when you discuss it with your employee, colleague, you are able to discuss your anxieties, worries, and frustrations. This is how you get rid of your frustrations, right? Negativity. Used voluntarily by many employees. Now, what are the limitations of grapevine communication? Fast spreading nature can cause damage to organization, right? And sometimes the information which is being shared in the grapevine communication might not be true. That might just be a gossip. So it may cause trouble. May lead to misunderstandings if incomplete. And it might not be reliable because it is just oral way of communicating something, right? To be used as a supplementary channel only. Information to be verified for the facts and also the source. Should not be ignored. Okay, so it should not be ignored, but since it is an oral communication, so it should be verified. It might be just a gossip. Is this much clear to everyone? Shall we proceed ahead? Shall we proceed ahead? Okay. Let's do one case study. Let's solve this. Now, what is the purpose of this case? Transparency, credibility, and sticking to the communication is very important while communicating. Effective communication is driven through loyalty and trust of people. So it's not like the information that is shared through communication is always true. It might just be a gossip. And in that case, it is going to do a lot of harm, right? Importance of communication in business. Understanding unethical practices in business, transparency, credibility, and accountability are a major concern for managers, right? So whatever information that flows through a channel, if it is not transparent, then it might do a lot of harm, and it should be a credible one too, right? Trust is must in an employee-driven company. Commitment is a worth of company's values. Case overview. Characters in case. Mr. Shantanu, BTech, Punjab University, designation, project trainee, internship 6 months. Now, Mr. Ravi Sharma, designation, project manager, experience 9 years. What is the third one? What is the third one? Can you read it for me? Yeah. And what is his designation? Yeah. No. So Mr. Shantanu Banerjee, no, see, business head, domain lead, project manager, team lead, and then what is written next? What is written below team lead? Domain lead. Right. So business head, domain lead, project trainee, team lead, and yeah. Now case overview. Mr. Shantanu Banerjee, work profile, stimulating and mending circuits, development and validation. Very good at performing tasks, committed to all deadlines, mend and verify circuit better than anyone else in the team, although being a fresher. He was given in charge of entire procurement team and reviewing electronic items. Mr. Shantanu Banerjee. Now what is his opinion? Mr. Shantanu was very talented and technically expert. Once you provide him with the objective, he does that before the stipulated time with perfection. There is no need of any mentor or supervisor to guide him. He knew his work, deadlines, and how to make it done. Fine? Yeah. So Shantanu got priority over other trainees. He interacted with clients overseas. He was in limelight for a while. Now, and what about senior point of view? What is that? Can you read it for me? Yeah, who is going to read? Yeah, seniors were not happy. No. Mrs. Miss Sheila, project manager. Mr. Shantanu Banerjee. Hi, I'm speaking to Mr. Shantanu. Am I speaking to Mr. Shantanu? Yes, Shantanu speaking. Okay, let me unmute you. Whom should I unmute? Who would like to read it? Okay, fine, line. Yeah, you are being unmuted. Please accept the audio control. Yeah, please accept the audio controls. I have unmuted you. Elaine, please accept the audio control. There is some issue. No, you have not accepted it. Wait. Yeah, Samu, you are being unmuted. Please accept the audio controls. Yeah. Samu, please accept the audio. Yeah, please accept the audio controls. I don't think so. Please accept it. Hello? 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 You cannot hear me? Samu, I guess there is some issue at your end. Elaine, you can hear me well. And what about you, Sudhatu? Fine. So you can read the points and then we're going to proceed ahead with it. Hi, I'm speaking to Mr. Shantanu. Yes, Shantanu, speaking. We have an urgent opening for project training. Your CV has been shortlisted. You will be hired after undergoing 2 rounds of technical. Yes. Hello? Yeah. Shall we proceed ahead, Elaine and Sudhatu? Fine. Kindly read the information properly because you have to solve it. Just read it properly. Elaine, please read it properly. Sudhatu, you too. And Samu, you as well. Once you have read the information, just let me know. I'll change the slide. Should I change the slide? Statements by Mr. Ravi. Yeah, please read the next slide properly. Okay. Shall I change the slide? Should I go to the next slide? Should I change the slide? Elaine? Elaine, shall we proceed ahead? Elaine, please respond in the chat box. Hello? Hear me well? Hello? Are you able to hear me well? Elaine, Samo? Hello? Okay, fine. I guess there is some issue at Samo's end. Elaine, you're not responding. What is the issue? Hello? Hello? Are you able to hear me? Hello? Hello? Okay, fine. Let's proceed ahead to the next slide. Okay? Yeah. Now, Shantanu rejected Miss Sheila's offer. Shantanu waited for the day to come. During the interview, none of his managers were present. Shantanu was fired in the interview. Okay, fine. Elaine, shall I proceed ahead to the next slide? Have you read this slide? Elaine, are you done with the slide? Hello? Fine. Okay, Shantanu, we cannot hire you because you could not perform well in the interview. Why, Ravi? I performed well till date. I am having a very good track record for last 5 months, and feedbacks were given by you only. I kept to all my deadlines. Few people awarded me, but because of you only, I denied Sheila's offer. You only, okay. Is it fine now? Elaine, is it fine now? My voice? Hello? Elaine, is my voice okay now? Elaine, is my voice okay? Okay, fine. Is it perfect now? Alright. Because of you only, I denied Sheila's offer. You only assured me that the interview was just a formality and I need to concentrate on my work. Then, this is what he said. Case overview. Okay. Read the slide. So Shantanu has denied Sheila's offer earlier, and Ravi befooled him, right? Ravi fooled him, and he got befooled. HR cannot help. Shantanu did not ask for the feedback after interview as he was sure that it is going to impact anyway. He knew as per company's policy, interns are hired temporarily for projects and thus have no assurance about confirmation of their job after completion of the project, even if they have performed well. He also didn't have any documentary proof as everything was intended to him orally. He could have talked to HR, but in the company he knew that HR will only say that if the line managers are not ready, then no one can do anything, as the entire decision is based on managers. Prior action to overcome the situation. When the feedback was delayed, Shantanu should have thought about the others' odd situations, right? Shantanu should have been very alert for his interview. He should have talked to HR manager regarding other vacancies. He should have intelligently managed to use the written documents like mail about the assurance given by the manager so that his claims to HR would have been strong. He should have talked to his manager's manager about the issue. Major communication barrier, lack of transparency in communication, lack of trust, lack of fulfillment of commitment by the manager. Perception, he believes that HR cannot solve his problem in any way. Improper organizational structure, lack of autonomy and privileges to bottom employees to discuss and resolve their personal issues. Now, what all mistakes were committed by management here? Project manager should have kept control on his emotions and waited till the results of the interview came out. He should haven't assured Shantanu, rather should have told him to prepare well without giving any guarantee beforehand, right? Project manager should have justified Shantanu stating that him the actual reason for not selecting him and should have not cleared all his doubts. He should have conveyed the message with the motive to convince him till he found that Shantanu was with his statement and was in position to agree to what he was saying. Right? So you can also fall prey to such kind of a situation, right? No need to worry. You can decline your proposal from Sheila and also from other teams if coming to you. Interview is just a formality. You are in. Now don't think about your interviews much and concentrate on your projects. We have a lot of expectation from you. This is what Ravi said. Our company policy says that while recruitment, it's the interviewer who decides the final selection. The panel of your interviewer is not ready to hire you. They have an opinion that the task to which you were going to be assigned is different from your current profile and does not meet. These are the conflicting statements, right? Now, role of HR and its policy. Open door policy should be implemented. They should have well expertise team to carry out employee counseling and manage stress. HR department should train their managers about maintaining transparency, accountability, credibility and autonomy within employees. Feedback should be collected from employees when they are leaving about the reason for leaving. HR department should train managers without MBA about the communication barriers. Right? Okay. Now, conclusion. Maintain effective communication, transparency and sticking to commitment plays an important role. Doubts of the bottom line employees should be clarified. Employees should have faith in organization. Organizational structure should be simplified so that the employees can sort out the problems with HR easily. Right? So these are the conclusions we get from this case study. Right? Do you have any questions? Anyone out there? Anyone has got any questions? No, but you cannot rely on verbal communication. See, if I give you 1 lakh rupees and if I don't give it to you through check, you may deny it later on, right? Okay, fine. So we are done for today. Do you have any questions? Anyone out there? Do you have any questions? Anyone has got any questions? Please do ask me. Hello? Do you have any questions? Anyone out there? Okay. Okay. Vasanta and Sadatu, do you have any questions? You people must be wondering why, I am taking your class, right? Why your madam is not taking your class, right? Actually, there is some tragedy at her home, so she won't be able to take class today. That is the reason, okay? So that's why I am taking her class. I hope I will be able to perform as she performs. I hope this class goes up to the mark because usually she is the one who takes this class. Okay. Okay, no, actually Niharika madam takes this class. There is some, she has got some tragedy at home, so because of that she is not taking class today. So I was being asked to take the class. Okay. I hope I have performed up to the mark and I have done justice to the subject. Okay, so that's it for today. Okay, she is going to take your next class. Thank you so much. Okay, don't forget to fill the feedback form. See you. Now I have my class, right? So you have my class after 5 minutes, so please be there.